Stepping into the traits of a classy woman will get you closer to your full potential. I don't care if you're not where you want to be in your life, start acting the part with your mindset and the way that you present yourself. Romanticize your life, indulge in self love, and your standards will rise, causing your aura to shift closer to that of your dream self. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be diving into the topic on how to become a classy woman in 2025. Being classy isn't just about appearances. It's a mindset and a lifestyle that shows up in how we dress, speak, and carry ourselves every day. I'd like to highlight how class and femininity are deeply intertwined. Tapping into your feminine energy through traits of patience, compassion, empathy, and nurture will naturally cause you to present yourself more elegantly. Now, classy women handle all situations with grace, including the way they speak in any given scenario. Elegance does not include gossiping and backbiting. Indulging in gossip culture is not classy and it makes you more susceptible to falling into bad traits that those around you are committing. It's also one of those bad habits that is very public, not private, and we should always strive to limit public exposure of our negative traits. Holding your tongue instead of speaking about others is always going to be more beneficial to you. And it also exhibits more self control when you don't give in and fall into the trap of gossiping. I always like to use the golden rule. Would you want other people talking about you when you're not in a room? Because I know personally that would make me feel a little bit insecure. So why would I want to put someone else in that position? That leads to the way that you speak. Cussing is not classy. The vocabulary that you choose to use is a direct reflection of your mindset and values. Swearing may seem expressive, raw, and authentic, but it often diminishes the elegance of your message and presents you as somebody with low self control. If you want your message to be powerful, you must communicate with clarity, respect, and intention. To exhibit emotional maturity, you can't cuss someone out to get your point across. You have to articulate yourself in a way that you are emphasizing your point while being intentional with your words. Don't let your anger consume you. Ultimately, the way you speak is a reflection of your personal brand. Commanding respect with a rich vocabulary is much more impressive and long lasting. Plus, it translates well into future professional environments that you may become immersed in. In the 48 Laws of Power, hold on, let me go grab my book. In the 48 Laws of Power, law number 4, always say less than necessary. Now, why is this important? It's important in certain scenarios such as arguments, conflicts, professional settings, and on social media. Next is body language, which is also a component of how you present yourself. Body language is often a subconscious act that we exhibit, but the truth is that it's a strong form of nonverbal communication used every day. People interpret a message whether they realize it or not. As a result of that, we should always be mindful of our posture and the way we sit in public, since it impacts the way that we present ourselves. The next component to being a classy woman is romanticizing your life. In psychology, there's a theory called the primacy effect, which explains that people remember the first thing that they're exposed to, the first item, or the first impression. What I'm leading into here is that how you are dressed is the first impression that you make. It is the only visual representation of who you are to a stranger. This is why, when romanticizing your life, it's a great idea to dress well for casual activities. Wearing a bummy outfit that you lounge around in at home, it's not going to give you a good sense of confidence to conquer your day. Many can agree that when you dress better, you feel better. Even if you plan on staying home all day, dressing in a put together outfit is a great way to romanticize your day. The inner radiance of feeling beautiful will translate into a feeling of empowerment. And it's important to adopt the mindset that dressing well is not an act of vanity, but an act of self love. Now, why is it important to feel empowered? When you make the smallest moments feel intentional, it gives you an elevated feeling, turning an ordinary day into something more. Even if nobody else sees these intentional acts, such as getting dressed up to sit at home, the action in itself allows you to step into the best version of yourself. It aligns your inner standards with your outer appearance. And this empowerment impacts your mindset and how you approach your goals. Dressing the part gets you one step closer to the identity that you aspire to align with. You need to start dressing like the woman you imagine yourself to be. That image in your head, that vision of your best self, of your dream woman. Then you will start attracting what aligns with your vision. The right people, the right experiences, they will come to you. Your energy is more magnetic when you step into this vision and you feel that empowerment. it's going to shift your aura. So step into the identity of your dream woman with your outfit. I'll give you an example that displays this feeling of empowerment based on how you're dressed. If you were out in public and you ran into someone that you don't like, let's say you're wearing a worn out tracksuit, some slides, and your hair is a mess. You're not really feeling like your best self. In that moment, would you have wished that you had dressed better and presented yourself in a more put together manner? Would you feel comfortable to interact with them, or would you prefer to steer clear and kind of dodge them? I know that if I have an outfit I'm comfortable in, I have my accessories on, and I feel neat and clean, then I will have a lot more confidence to take on whatever my day brings me. At the end of the day, you should wear what makes you feel most comfortable. However, if you wish to tap into your feminine energy, then I highly suggest you dress more feminine. Now, feminine style is very broad and subjective to each. For me, dressing in a way that enhances my femininity includes flattering silhouettes. I really love a good maxi skirt or a dress moment, and accessorizing with a cute purse and some jewelry. For me, modesty is also a factor. I love layering cardigans, blazers, and abayas, and it just makes me feel really girly and still keeping it kind of professional almost. Classy, elegant, and professional. It all ties in together. Another thing I've recently been doing is replacing my sneakers with kitten heels or a heel boot, a sandal, depending on the season. And it just makes me feel very girly, very chic, and cute. Some ways you can tap into this is by accessorizing to feed your femininity. When I go down to campus, I like to match my tote bag with the gold details to my gold jewelry. And even when I go somewhere like the gym, I make sure that I bring a cute little purse. And when it's a bit chilly outside, I'll put on my fur jacket, and it just makes me feel cute and girly. And for me, this makes me feel more feminine, along with the way that I speak and the way that I present myself. The takeaway here is to feed your femininity. Whatever that is to you, you have to find your personal style that aligns with how you present yourself. Now, in my personal experience, romanticizing my life has helped me achieve many things on my vision board. And when you achieve goals that you set for yourself, it proves to you that you can become what you envision for yourself. It acts as evidence that you do fit into that dream life of yours. It can be something as simple as wanting to immerse yourself in certain environments. Take yourself to those places, immerse yourself, give yourself those experiences so that you're showing your mind that you do belong in that dream version as that dream woman. This is how your vision will become your reality. You need to embody the woman that you want to be. Now, true class and femininity are about harmony, letting your words, body language, and style all align to reflect a balance of confidence, softness, and strength. The attitude of a classy woman comes from within. Your inner traits and who you are as a person will always reflect outwards. So it's important that you practice things such as empathy and kindness. Treating everybody with a kind and humble heart, regardless of who they are, is one of the most elegant and respectable traits. We can take Princess Diana as an example, since she embodied the act of kill them with kindness to the fullest. Even when being provoked by the betrayal of her family, she rarely spoke poorly about anybody when she was interviewed by the press. Instead, she directed her energy towards feeding her empathy with acts of charity. She was always her authentic, kind, and graceful self, not allowing others to fill her with rage. Now, that is a very important aspect in being classy. You have to be so rooted in your own traits and values that others and external factors are not going to shake you. Another trait is optimism and positivity. Approaching both the good and bad with a glass half full mindset over pessimism. Another way you can express positivity is just by simply smiling at strangers. It's an act of kindness that you will be rewarded for. Now, classy women also hold the trait of self respect. Yes, you are nice, but you don't need to go that extra mile of being a people pleaser. You have to stay true to your values, and you can't let others walk all over you. Self respect also includes not putting yourself in situations and environments that are going to harm you. Next is how classy women deal with failure and rejection. There is grace in putting aside your ego and approaching things with a humble heart, owning up to your mistakes and setbacks while still continuing to try your best is an act of resilience. In contrast, getting defensive when someone points out your mistakes instead of owning up to them makes you look more insecure. A classy woman embraces constructive feedback with humility and grace. Now, to sum up, romanticizing all these moments of your current basic life will increase your gratitude and boost your self worth, which is necessary to build momentum for growth. The more your self worth grows, the higher your standards will become. When you have self respect for yourself, you will have no choice but to align everything around you with your standards and nothing less. I promise that once you implement these characteristics, you will feel a shift in your aura and gain a stronger sense of confidence within yourself. A classy aura is developed through the power of self love, intentional self presentation, and connection to your femininity. You don't have to wait for your dream life to feel empowered and fulfilled. Create experiences for yourselves that are steps towards aligning with your dream woman. Now, there's still a few things that I myself am working on, but I still believe that sharing these insights can benefit somebody. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. Becoming a truly classy woman is a continuous process, and we can all elevate ourselves step by step. Thanks for listening, and let's keep striving to be our best, most graceful, and elegant selves. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what types of videos you guys are looking for in the comments below.